Hey, what is going on everybody? Tahid and welcome to a new Black Ops 2 Best Class episode. Now today we'll be taking a look at the Diamond Executioner, which is actually the first diamond pistol that I'm going to be covering here on my channel. Now I'm pretty sure that every single one of you will know this, but the Executioner of course isn't the best gun within Black Ops 2, and it's arguably the worst gun within Black Ops 2, but I really do enjoy using this weapon, mainly because it is incredibly tough to use due to its range, due to its damage, etc. But because it is incredibly tough to use, it is also incredibly rewarding if you actually manage to get a good score with this weapon. So I would personally recommend every single one of you to actually try out this gun for a couple of games, see if you can get used to it and see if you can actually get a good score with this class setup, and after that get back to this video and tell me what you actually think of the gun itself. Anyway, the class setup that I've built for today is one that is going to help you get as close to enemies as possible, as fast as possible, because the fact of the matter is that the Executioner has pretty much no range, so you want to get as close as possible just to make sure that you can actually win a gunfight every now and then as well. So the class setup that we're going to be taking a look at today is shown on the screen right now. It's the Executioner with the long barrel and the fast mag. My wildcards are first off secondary gunfighter, allowing me to have a second attachment, and also perk 3 grid, allowing me to have a second perk 3. Now my first perk is lightweight, my second perk is scavenger, my two third perks are dexterity and extreme conditioning, and last but not least we have the C4 as my lethal equipment. Now in this video I'm of course going to be breaking down this class setup. I'm going to be explaining to you why I use these perks, why I use these attachments, etc. And we're first off going to be taking a look at the attachments, which are once again the long barrel and the fast mag. Now the long barrel, for those of you that don't know, simply increases your effective range by 15%, which is also going to be extending your one hit kill range by 15%, which will definitely help you out in quite a lot of gunfights. Now the thing is that I can also understand that some of you are probably thinking that why would you of course put a long barrel on a gun that has no range, because no range plus a little bit of range is still pretty much no range. The thing is that I personally feel like that the long barrel has helped me out a ton. I personally feel like that I win way more gunfights when I'm actually using the long barrel. But if you do not think that the long barrel will help you out, then I would personally first I would recommend you to try it out for a couple of games. But if the long barrel does not help you out, then be sure to switch up the long barrel for the laser sight, but we'll get to that in just a second. Anyway, next up, the fast mag is going to allow you to reload all your 5 shells at a time instead of you having to put in 1 shell at a time, which will definitely help you out a ton, no doubt about that. Anyway, next up, lightweight. Now lightweight is going to increase your movement speed by 7%, making it a little bit easier for you to get as close to enemies as possible, as fast as possible, but it's also going to get rid of any fall damage that you would usually get without the perk, which is going to make it a little bit easier for you to get out of certain sticky situations because you do not have to worry about fall damage. Anyway, next up we have scavenger. Now scavenger is just going to make sure that you do not run out of ammo as often as you would without the perk. The thing is that if you actually spawn with the Executioner, you have 20 bullets at your disposal, which is really not a lot. That is going to get you maybe 4 to 6 kills for that matter, which is really not a lot. So I personally recommend you to use scavenger at all times. I would actually recommend you to put scavenger on every single one of your pistol class setups, because every single pistol within Black Ops 2 really does not have a lot of ammunition at the start of the game. Anyway, next up we have dexterity and extreme conditioning. Now dexterity is of course going to allow you to mental and climb obstacles faster, which is going to allow you to get around the map a little bit faster. This is going to make it a lot easier for you to actually flank your enemies, and it's also going to allow you to hip fire faster after sprinting, which will give you a little bit of an edge in terms of your close range gunfights. And if you actually do use the laser sight instead of the long barrel, then this of course makes the laser sight even more deadly than it already is. Anyway, last but not least we also have extreme conditioning, which is going to allow you to actually run for a long duration, which is going to help you get as close to enemies as possible, just a little bit faster. Anyway guys, that was it for my Executioner best class setup video. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating would as always be very much appreciated. If not, that is of course cool as well. If your Executioner class setup looks a little bit different, then be sure to leave it in the comments down below for others to take a look at. With that said, if you'd like me to cover a specific gun in the next one, then be sure to leave that in the comments down below as well. With that said, on the screen right now is my latest video, which is Black Ops 2 Live episode 20. If you haven't checked out that video yet and you are interested in checking it out, then be sure to do so. With that said, I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope to see some of you next time. Take it easy.